Again, Year 9. Today we're going on with multiplying indices. So over the next few lessons, we're going to be learning about things that are called index laws. There's a few different laws that we're going to be learning, but the first one is about multiplying, and it's law number 1, when you multiply indices. Okay, so the law here is written in the box. If we want to multiply together two things that have the same bases, so they both have A as their base, when they multiply together, A will still be the base, but the powers, so the first one had a power of M and the second one had a power of N, the powers we add together. Okay, so the bases have to be the same for this to work though. Okay, so let's have a look at how you do that in these questions. Example number 1, it says simplify each of the following using the first index law. So the bases are the same, they are both x's. So all I have to do to get the answer, x will stay the base, and all I have to do is add the powers together. 4 plus 3 is 7, so it becomes x to the power of 7. Now the reason this works, if you want to know, if you do it the long way, x to the power of 4 would be x times x times x times x, 4 x's times together. X to the power of 3 would be 1, 2, 3 more x's. Altogether there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 x's multiplied together, which would be the same as x to the power of 7. Okay, so that's the long way of doing it. We don't want to do the long way though. So all we have to do is say the bases are the same. The bases are k's. So k is the base, and we add the powers. 6 plus 2 makes 8. In question 3, h is the base, and we add the powers. Now we only have one power written down. It's a 3. On the second one, if there's no power there, it means that it is a power of 1. So we're actually doing 3 plus 1, which is h to the power of 4. Now it doesn't just have to be two things multiplied together. We can do 3 or 4 or as many as we like. As long as the bases are the same, which in this one the base is y, we add the powers together. 5 plus 4 plus 3, so that's 9. And 12 when I add on the 3. Okay, question 5, we're going to make it a little bit more complicated. We have got some what I call big numbers in there as well. So we have the powers, the 2 and the 9, they're the powers, but we have these big numbers out the front. If you have big numbers out the front, you need to multiply those together as well. So we go 4 times 5 is 20. D is the base, and we add the powers. 2 plus 9 is 11. Question 6. There's big numbers there to multiply, so we want to go 2 times 3 times 4, which is 24. All of them have a base of W, and we add the powers. Remember that this one on the end will be a power of 1. So we have 6 plus 5 plus 1, which means a power of 12. Question 7. Even though we have some different letters in there, we still multiply all the big numbers out the front. So the 3, the 2, and the 9. This last one doesn't have a big number out the front. So those three big numbers we're going to multiply together. 3 times 2 times 9 is 54. Then we have a couple of different bases here. So m to the power of 5 and m to the power of 11. Only the ones with the same bases can be added together. So the base of m, we go 5 plus 11 is 16. We have m to the power of 16. Then we do the n's. I have n to the 4 and n to the 7. So that means n to the power of, add the powers together. 4 plus 7 is 11. Okay, question 8. We have x squared y to the power of 4 times x to the 5 and another y. So we just take the ones that have the same bases. So x to the power of 2 and x to the power of 5 will go together to make x to the power of 7, because 2 plus 5 is 7. And the y's will go together, y to the power of 4 and y to the power of 1. Remember that you add the powers. The temptation is to multiply because it does say multiply, but you are adding powers. So it is y to the power of 5. Question 9. We want to multiply the big numbers out the front. 6 times 3 is 18. Then we have a base of a and another base of a here, so they're going to go together. That will be a to the power of 3 plus 2 is 5. And the b's will go together. B to the power of 5, b to the power of 4. So base of b, 5 plus 4 is 9. Okay, it can be a little bit strange when you first start doing this, but with practice and repetition, it gets easier and easier. So your questions start here. Good luck.